Your favorite compas have finally returned after about a month layoff. The four compas are back. We have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas Show. In this episode, we'll preview a couple of storylines going around the whole NFL, from Darren Waller coming out of retirement. I guess rapping career isn't all that it's meant to be.
Didn't work out.
We're still not listening to Jason Pierre-Paul when it comes to fireworks.
Good one.
Second round picks galore. None of them have sounds like not a lot of them are gonna show up, except for two who have already been paid. Are the Browns still trying to screw over the rest of the NFL with their guaranteed contracts? We'll get into that as well. But Gilberto, it is exciting to be back. How have you been?
I'm doing well. It's been a good vacation. I got a couple weeks off and, got to hang with the family. And then 1 week in Lake Tahoe. That was pretty cool, too. But then it came back to Earth on Monday. And I'm like, oh, crap, I got to start being a reporter. And everything you just listed, I kind of put aside for a bit. I'm like, and then I realized, oh, that's a lot of news that came out in the last couple of weeks. So we're here to talk about it. I
need to stop crapping on like Reddit posts and stuff, because usually they're pretty right. I saw it on July 5th. Like on July 5th, I started seeing the Najee Harris stuff, and I'm like, there's no way. And then all of a sudden it starts getting louder and louder, and I'm like, wow. And then it wasn't just him that was involved, it was a bunch of family members. So you're like, oh wow, like that's crazy. Funny enough, I saw a couple of like fireworks and stuff, and I saw that in LA, like illegal fireworks. They had drones and stuff to check out who had illegal fireworks, and I'm like, oh wow. So it's just a bunch of stuff that I'm like, wow, a lot of firework mistakes, but people got to learn. I mean, JPP always sends out a reminder every year, hey, be careful, they're dangerous. So
and I'll say this, Fernando, I'm gonna go on an early rant. I hate fireworks for various reasons. One being you could blow your face off or your finger or your eye, whatever. But I gave you 3 reasons why I don't understand it. For our veterans, like PTSD here and all that, come on. You really want to do that on America's Day, is have a bunch of fireworks, whatever. Number 2, for the pets, the dogs and the cats get scared off, they run away. A bunch of dogs are at the pound because they're scared of the fireworks. And 3, the biggest one for me, my baby was trying to sleep at 7 p.m. That's when he goes to bed, and all the fireworks kept waking him up. So screw your fireworks and learn your lesson.
You're in LA. So Gilbert cares more about veterans. That's good. Patriotic, then animals, and then animals. Great. I love it. All right.
Is there anything better or more important than those 3? Come on.
No, but you put them in order, and you put them in that order. So, I don't know. Julie and I hope in a couple years you're not scarred by this.
Veterans and animals are pretty good, but my son goes first. Okay.
How was Lake Tahoe?
It was actually pretty good. I took the family, so it was a long drive with the kiddo in the back. But I don't know if you read my story, but I was a photographer. I had a green vest on, a photographer vest. Oh,
that's what you do?
Yeah, so I got to, the perk of being a photographer, which I'm not a photographer, but I have a nice camera with the click autofocus. You get closer to the participants. So like Aaron Rodgers, George Kittle, Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, they got to see the mustache up close and personal. Who's this guy trying to ask me questions? So it was pretty cool. So I took the photos and then busted out the phone. Can you answer a couple questions? And it worked out.
You asked George Kittle the wrong question. He doesn't care about golf. He cares about wrestling.
Honestly, you're right. If I said wrestling, he probably would have stopped and talked to me for like 5-10 minutes, but he was kind of walking by me. Yeah. So it was very tough.
This is pretty funny. Angel, what's up, Angel? What's up, Matt? Gilberto's son is the best Manzano, like Dom and Rey Mysterio.
Hey,
that's
Angel,
funny.
Don't say that, because maybe Dom might disown me later on in life. He might not like me.
It seemed like a good experience. I might have to go with you next year, because it seems like a cool
getting bigger. I feel like
it seems like it's getting bigger.
Break last year for my sister's wedding, and then I showed up. I'm like, I can't even find the seat in the media center.
Oh, really?
It was a lot of people, and I saw a lot of people from the Bay Area, like NFL reporters. Our Compas, Cam Inman, and Big Tafer were out there, so that was cool.
Oh wow, how hot was it?
Actually, it wasn't bad. It was like middle 70s, maybe highs was low 80s, but being up there at the elevation next to the lake is usually not too bad.
I might have to check it out next year. I know I had talked about, when did we say I was gonna, like 2 years ago when you first went, but
I went in 2023.
Yeah, next year I'm gonna have to see if I can check it out, just because It looks like a fun like experience and everything, and then I could have asked George Kittle my wrestling questions. Like, Evolution was on or Saturday Night Main Event shit show. Obviously, Seth Rollins like screwed.
Ooh.
Like his injury just kind of derailed everything. Then Sunday, Evolution was great, but then it all got overshadowed on Monday night when the tribal chief returned. Everything that's what happens when the tribal chief returns. Everything's overshadowed. But I would have left to ask George.
That's why he came back, because you got to talk about it.
I know. So, so you had a good stay in Tahoe.
Yeah, it was a good time. You know, the one of the media hotels was like the one that I got was next to the lake, so it was pretty cool. Wow. Nice view. Yeah.
Did you teach Julian how to swim yet or no?
Not yet. But
are you gonna be one of those parents that like one of my friends? He actually taught his kid like the throwing him in the water and like them having to float and stuff. I'm like, no way you did that.
I barely know how to swim myself, so I doubt I would do that. I hate being in the water, but I like to be, you know, lakeside or poolside or
you're a jacuzzi guy, aren't you?
It gets too hot after a while, but you know me, I complain about everything. I find joy in things for a couple seconds and then I hate it. So
yeah, well, my brother was waiting for something like that, but he's like, the heel's gonna come back, and I'm sure he's gonna have a list of complaints.
Oh, yeah. I already had like 10 already.
I know, exactly. Vic, can you take this off real quick? By the way, the ESPYs are happening tonight, and Shane Gillis is hosting it. No,
he's cool.
This is the joke that he cracked on there.
When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most: fist fighting black women.
I knew he was going to say that. By the way, check out his show on Netflix, Tires. I watched that over the break. It's
yeah. I haven't watched it yet. I need to check that out. You know what I got into? Well, I told you what I had gotten into. I got into You, and I finally finished it. And I was like,
I thought it was kind of whack after the third season. But
yeah, it was really. You could tell they just continued it, but like some of that stuff is like some of the show's really nuts about how like they fall in love with people and they're like, I'll do anything for them, and they'll kill and stuff. It's like, wow, that's pretty nuts. So
after killing the third wife, I got bored and I said that's enough. But
yeah,
I think I told you season 2 or 3 got really weird with the cross mingling. I'll just leave it at that. But
yeah. That was really I told Daniel, I'm like, what is this? He's like, no, I know, you have to get over that. Like it's weird. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's really strange. But well, I'm glad you we saw each other for the Jake Paul and Julio Chavez Jr. fight.
Yeah, we didn't get deported, thankfully, but
I know.
Chavez did.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. I thought that was Jake Paul's interesting, to be honest. Like, there is something about him to where, like, I think like Julio Cesar Chavez would come out and the cameras would be like, okay, grabbing it. But as soon as Jake Paul, like, people would stand up and they try and grab it. And I'm like, have him and his brother really become that big? And I guess they have. Like, the mom couldn't even walk through without people stopping her, trying to take selfies with her. And I'm like, what is going on? So I thought that was pretty strange. I don't know what you thought.
Yeah, if we have a couple minutes, like, I'll start giving Jake Paul a little respect. Like, you know, for a guy who's been boxing for what, 4 or 5 years, he's not bad. And I think it's still too soon to rank him like they did in the WA cruiserweight rankings. But yeah, people, and they're trying to take him out. But you know, he puts in the work. He knows how to promote. I like what he did for Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, putting them on the big stage on Netflix. Like, he's doing good for the sport. It's just the thing for him is like he can't really do pay-per-views with no names while he's trying to work his way up as a real boxer. So he has to get like these washed up guys with big names. And honestly, put it this way, like, the Mexican star power in combat sports, man, it still draws. Like, that's why you got Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. is not good. This guy has quit like 4 or 5 times in his career, but he has a fan base because of his dad. And Mexicans always show out, and it's kind of like the Mayweather factor. Like, you want the Mexican to beat the heel, and that was Mayweather and Jake Paul. So that kind of throwback, playbook. It was fun for a bit, but. What I take away the most is like he's putting in the effort, and I did like that Chavez Jr. stepped on the gas at the end to test his conditioning, but it was just too late. But I was impressed. I'll say good things about Jake Paul.
That was part of the contract, I think. Like, if we're being honest, like,
well, that's where people don't like.
But it happened with
because all the
Mike Tyson
conspiracy
as
theories.
well. Mike Tyson turned on the gas at the end, and he kind of shook him a little bit. So I feel like that's some of the stuff that
they're old too. They don't want to get rocked by a young guy. So obviously, I never steer. I'm not the conspiracy theorist guy, but sometimes in boxing, you gotta believe it.
I'm starting to believe that Canelo might not be as good as lately. Every guy that he's fought, right after he fights him, they all lose.
Berlanga got destroyed,
dude. And then they're talking about Canelo fighting that guy. I'm like, that guy might knock Canelo out.
If Canelo stays away, then he's legit.
Well, yeah.
Like Benavidez, he's staying away from. He's legit. But yeah, Crawford is small, but he's very skillful. But I still want to see the fight.
So that's why I'm interested to see.
He's in his mid-30s too, so it's very strategic.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But all right, let us get into a quick topic. Did you see the hysteria? It seems like every offseason, like Justin Herbert's off doing whatever he wants to do, not bothering anybody, and then he gets brought into all these like lists and stuff, and people get pissed off. I guess the latest one, I saw other people pissed off about Jaden Daniels being ahead of basically everybody being ahead of Jalen Hurts, who was there because nobody has a Super Bowl ring except for Jalen. But in Jeremy Fowler's top 10 NFL quarterbacks, he had Herbert as number 7, Jalen Hurts as number 9. And one AFC exec said that with everything that Herbert's, what did he say? I think it said something along the lines of Herbert's kind of become underrated now because of what everybody else, well, like the weaponry that he's had around him and how bad they've been. But I mean, to each their own. In this, I'll probably be a little bit biased because I'm around him every day and everything. But to me, like, if I had to choose a quarterback that I wanted, I would go with Herbert over Jalen Hurts. Again, that's just me. That's my preference of what I think. Jalen Hurts won at Alabama. He's won now in the NFL. But, I mean, when you look at both teams, there's a huge discrepancy in the way a general manager is drafted over here and another general manager is drafted over there. Over here, he's had one head coach. No.
Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
He's had no, 2. He had Peterson for 1
Oh,
year.
yeah. Doug Peterson is the one that drafted him. But he's had continuity with the head coach. These guys have done everything that they can to put a good team around them. They've gone to the Super Bowl twice. They've won. They got them the best running back. They have the best offensive line. They've done a really good job. On the other side, there's been a lot of typical business as usual that I've seen since covering starting to be around the team in 2013. Weird contracts, weird extensions, stuff like that. Again, I don't know what your thoughts are, but when we talk strictly quarterbacks, I do give it more to Justin than I do Jalen, just because of the skill set and everything else.
Yeah, I usually don't shy away from playing the heel, but I'll try to I'll play a little safe because there are multiple factors to this debate, and I really don't care about rankings, but I know Herbert's a hot topic on this program, so I'll try to, give my 2 cents here without riling people up. But, it depends on what we're talking about here. Are we talking about a quarterback in the clutch moment who's been very successful in winning a lot of games? And I'll take Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat over Justin Herbert. We're talking about the guy we build in a factory with all the skill set. I'm taking Justin Herbert in a heartbeat. So you could talk about the outside factors where he doesn't have the same help. He doesn't have what Jalen Hurts has in Philadelphia, but you can't deny what Jalen Hurts has done on the big stage. He's outdueled Patrick Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl. They should have probably won that first game. Anytime they really need Jalen Hurts to come through, he does it in a big way. I get it last year, not as much because Saquon Barkley took a lot of pressure off him, and he had some bad games too. Let's keep it real with Jalen Hurts too. But I just go back to Justin Herbert. Like, it's what, year 5, 6? I forget.
He's going into year 6.
So for 5 years, man, his 2 biggest games, I know there weren't that many opportunities. It was Jacksonville and Houston, and he laid an egg. And I can't get over that. After 5, 6 years, no more excuse about being young. I hate the excuse about poor surroundings, not a lot of help. At some point, do it on your own. Like, that's the reason why I like Jaden Daniels so much his rookie year. Like like he had pretty much nothing. They were the Commanders. They were crappy, and he lifted them by making it work with Zach Ertz. McLaurin's very good. I get that. But let's not pretend like Justin Herbert didn't have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams when they were younger. But I digress. All I'm saying is skills and having all the tools is Justin Herbert. Winners in the clutch is Jalen Hurts. So it's two different arguments for me right there. The Jaden Daniels being number 5 is a little too soon, but I think I get why executives like that, because he's shown that he could elevate people's games without having a good roster, without having elite coaching staff. So to me, that really goes a long way. But Hurts and Herbert are in this weird dilemma. But I'll tell you this, Fernando, like he's in this weird place too, Herbert, by the way, where he went from being asked to do too much with Brandon Staley, like a young coaching staff that has no idea what they're doing. But hey, you're very good. Go carry us, to a guy who knows what he's doing at Jim Harbaugh. But now he's being asked to do very little and kind of having the training wheels on. And I don't really like that. We'll see what Harbaugh and Roman do a year 2. But I want to see the Herbert that was in Las Vegas in week 18 just carrying and balling, but a little more help. And Najee Harris doesn't want to help out, but we'll talk about that later. But Amari Hampton's going to help out. If Tre Harris ever signs, is going to help out. Year 2 lab McConkey is going to help out. But all I'm trying to say is I get the two arguments, but enough is enough. Herbert, please do something this year with the roster that you have.
When it comes to the Herbert notion last year, I feel like they asked him to do too much also in that aspect. Like, if you really sit down and I kind of looked over the J.K. Dobbins games, he would always have a big run. So like against the Raiders, I think it was week 1. At the end of the game, he had 120 yards, but he had 65 on a big carry. And you start looking at some of his numbers and you're like, it's not as helpful as you thought. Gus Edwards wasn't what they thought. Hayden Hurst couldn't stay on the field. Again, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, like, last year, I thought they asked him to do a lot. This year, they may dial it back, like you said, because they have Najee Harris, Amari, and Hampton. I feel like these 2 running backs are going to be more of what he wants. But I do agree with you that Jalen Hurts has outdueled Mahomes in the 2 Super Bowls that they've played. Again, I thought he looked better in the first Super Bowl than he did this last Super Bowl. But this last Super Bowl was more on him. But this last Super Bowl was more on him because the Chiefs decided to say, hey, Saquon, you're not beating us. It's going to be Jalen that has to beat us. And Jalen ended up beating them. That defense ended up beating them up. So, but Jalen has been impressive. I still remember people thought he was going to be a 3rd round, 4th round pick. He ends up being the 2nd round pick in a class with 4 quarterbacks that everybody was saying were better than him. And he's the first one that wins the Super Bowl. My question is, though, is that Joe Burrow needs to start having questions asked about him, because Joe Burrow is living off of that 1 Super Bowl run that he had. Yeah. He hasn't made the playoffs ever since then. So I like when they say these top 4 quarterbacks, I'm not saying there's top 4 anymore. I'm saying there's 3. And then there's a space, and then it's like the rest of them kind of scrambled up. I can't put Burrow in there because Burrow's not making the playoffs. And again, I'm telling you right now, Burrow's not making the playoffs this year. I don't believe it, especially with the beef that they have with Trey Hendrickson. They have the beef with Shamar Stewart, who I guess is saying he's in Texas A&M. So there's a lot of players that I'm kind of like, I don't know. I still have questions about, but I do get the skepticism on Justin Herbert. He against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yes, he doesn't play defense. I get that, but he had a chance to put that game away with Keenan Allen. He overthrew him on 3rd and goal. There were some other opportunities where they kicked field goals instead of going for touchdowns. Staley in that 2nd year, again, I thought he was too passive in a lot of situations, and that really hurt that team. I think he was told, you need to slow the hell down and stop going for it on 4th down, which, Gilbert, you and I were both there. That first year, that's what got them to the on the doorstep to the playoffs. Is going
after that. Yeah.
Exactly. And then you look at some of the other quarterbacks around there. Jaden Daniels, a little premature, but like you said, I get where they're coming from of why they're putting him there. Terry McLaurin might cash out thanks to him. I mean, Terry's a good quarterback or a good receiver. He's had 1,000 yards with crap quarterbacks back there, but he might cash out thanks to the rookie quarterback coming in and bailing him out. Matthew Stafford, I think, still gets a little bit too disrespected when it comes to these lists. I think Matthew is still one of the better quarterbacks, a gunslinger. Yeah, but I mean, there's just disrespect everywhere.
Who's your 1 and 2, by the way?
Huh?
Who's your 1 and 2?
Ooh, 1 and 2. Who is it? They say it's Mahomes, Lamar, and Josh Allen. Going into this year, I would probably go Mahomes and then Josh Allen and then Lamar. I really think what Buffalo did was surround him with Bs, and there's nothing wrong with that. They surrounded him with B style of receivers, and a bunch of Bs are better than Cs and Ds and Fs. I think that's going to help him out. I'm not going to, again, you and I have both spoken about it until somebody knocks the Chiefs off. I can't discredit Mahomes, so I'm going to still put Mahomes up there. Lamar, this is Lamar's year. Put up or shut up. I mean, you have probably one of the most talented rosters you've ever had. If you can't win a Super Bowl this year, then now you start getting in that conversation where you become the Phillip Rivers of the conversation, where you can't get it done, even though they have big team, or not Phillip Rivers, but like one of those guys that just can't get it done and can't get over the hump. Now, again, going back to Herbert, this is a huge year for him, because I think what everybody's holding out hope on is Peyton Manning didn't win his first playoff game until his 6th year. Well, here it is. Here's your 6th year. You have to win a playoff game this year, and not just one. I think they need to at least make it to at least the AFC champ. Well, no, if they make it to the AFC championship, I think that's huge for this team moving forward. But again, ifs and buts. But yeah, there's a lot of question marks that I have with a lot of quarterbacks this year, just because of some of those questions. But I just don't know if I'd put Jalen all that much higher. I get he won the Super Bowl and everything, but again, those factors. I mean, the way Philly's drafted, they're so stacked. It's ridiculous. I mean, they even have replacements for the replacements, which is crazy. But
I'll just add
final thought.
I'll just add 2 more points real quickly. I think CJ Stroud needs to get more respect. I know it was
that was another one. Yep.
Kind of a so-so second year, but again, he won that playoff game. He was very good his first year, but I think he's a very good pocket quarterback. He's able to elevate people's games, and we'll see how it goes with the offensive line. If he makes that work with that crappy old line, then he'll probably be a lot higher. And then the Burrow thing, I get what you're saying, but I will rank him number 2 just because I thought he played from quarterbacking last year. He was probably playing at the highest level. I get that they didn't win a game, so he wasn't in the MVP conversation, but honestly, if I had a vote, I probably would have considered Joe Burrow over Josh Allen and Lamar. Lamar Jackson just feels like, oh, look at his stats. He's very good. You got to throw him in there. It didn't feel like he was taking over games like Josh Allen did at some point.
That's why when the whole MVP conversation, I was like, I don't like Josh in the 4th quarter was wheeling and dealing. I didn't think Lamar was doing.
He was having more an impact. I get the Jackson fatigue. Maybe I'm knocking him for that, but in terms of quarterback play, I thought Burrow was the best. And if I'm talking about his bad defense, then I get people going to talk about, well, why you don't give Herbert more credit with his bad surroundings. I get that, but I think I am also still remembering that run to the Super Bowl, like you said, Fernando. But like you're right, though, it's been a long time. And I did mention last year that the Bengals are the most overrated team in the NFL, and that's still true. But in terms of quarterbacking, man, Burrow was an assassin. He was very good, but I'll say this: I'm with you. If they miss the playoffs again, and you're not able to get there with what you have, that tough crap. Or can't say. I'll say shit. Whatever. Tough shit. You went to the Bengals, and that's your fault. I guess it's not really your fault, but you're the number 1 pick, and you went there. Shamar Stewart had a choice. He's gonna leave. You could have had a choice, Joe Burrow. So enough is enough. If you don't get to the playoffs this year, then I guess I won't be as high on him next year. But his quarterbacking, man, he was very good last year. Is that documentary, by the way, come out yet? The Netflix, or is that all over social media?
Which one?
The quarterback on Netflix.
I think it's already come out, all of it.
Oh, because it's all over social media. I feel like I've watched it. So
that is another crazy thing. Remember, Lamar said he didn't want to play Mahomes in the flag. That's nuts.
Oh, that was a red flag.
Yeah, that's bad. Did you see the safeties? People are pissed. Charger fans are pissed off because Derwin was the 6th best safety.
Interesting. I didn't see that one, but
they had Kyle Hamilton was number 1. Damn it, okay. I just had it and it flipped out.
Xavier McKinney maybe up there.
No, it was. Can you not be a asshole? Sorry, not you, Gilbert.
I can't even name like 3 or 4 better safeties than Derwin James. So that's tough.
It was, hold on. They kind of went with the new like They went Kyle Hamilton number 1, Brian Branch number 2.
That's a tough one because he's all over the place. He might be more of a slot corner, but he is a safety full time now. So yeah.
McKinney number 3, but McKinney, they only did that because he had like a
interceptions
shit ton of picks. Yeah,
but he was very good last year.
Jesse Bates,
no.
Kirby Joseph. I mean,
no. He should be at least top 3. Yeah,
Derwin should be top 2. Yeah. By the way, I thought I was Derwin's favorite, just in general. It's not. He told me. He's like, your brother's my favorite. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty on point. Like, he's like, that dude's family. And Daniel just starts laughing. He's like, I told you. I just started because I told him
to him than to you.
I know. I told him, I was like, Derwin. I was like, he always tells people Derwin's my dog. This, that. He's like, Daniel. It's like, don't tell people we're boys. Tell people we're family. Daniel's like, oh my God, you just Dom Toretto'd me. I'm excited. And then, yeah, exactly. So Daniel was all, I know. So Daniel was all excited about it. He's like, all right. He's like, that's all I'm gonna say now. So, but yeah, real quick, just a quick thing. Which quarterback that changed teams in the offseason will have the best season this year, Gilbert? You have Sam Darnold, Eugene Smith, Daniel Jones, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers. By the way, Connor Orr playing catch with Russell Wilson. Holy crap. I was like, that is such a Russell Wilson thing, like playing catch. Are we serious?
A workout in the middle of an interview? Yeah. I bet it was his idea. And honestly, I started thinking about it. I would have been a little nervous. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm left-handed. I'm gonna throw this ball into the ocean, or what is that? The Bay Area there. They have it next.
Oh, is that where they is? They met at the golf thing.
No, it was at it was in New York, but you know how like all those movie scenes where they're next to the park and there's like a water.
Oh yeah. I thought they might have done it here because I know that he has a place still here in San Diego.
I looked like it was New York. But
I saw that he invited like Malik Neighbors and all those guys, and they were all working out. And that he has like a 50-yard field. So, and he has it all like he has a guy that like mows it and does all that and has it right like a football field, and they just practice there. But yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like, okay, if that was me, I probably would have thrown it into the ocean. But then reading the story here in the interview, it's a good story. It's just like, I don't believe it, Russell. You saying you're 25 years old, you feel like a kid again. I'm like, Jackson Dart's behind you, who had a cannon in that video. I don't know if you saw that video where he threw it to a guy on a speedboat and the guy dropped it and he fell off the boat. I think Dart's going to take that job by November, but we'll see.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Russell Wilson's good. He kind of just keeps the seat warm. He's gone into that. It's wild, man, because I was asked to rank the top 25 games of the past 25 years, and the Seahawks were on there a lot. And Brian Wilson was very good. But then the last couple 4 or 5 years, I'm like, what happened? Like, that's not the same guy. So it's a strange career for him.
Wait, real quick. Vic, can you take this off real quick? I have video of Gilbert throwing a football. I found this in the archives.
Come on, man. I said I'm left-handed. I don't have little hands. Or maybe I do for my size. How tall is Kenny Pickett? Like 6'1"?
Yeah, something like that. By the way, somebody wanted us to read the comments. So one NFL AFC veteran AFC personnel staffer said people talked about him like he was Ed Reed early in his career. And I'd say while he's always been a good player, I've never really seen him as an elite guy year to year. Average athletic tools, choosy tackler. Wow. That's like furthest from choosy tackler. That dude freaking puts his goddamn head into everything. So I was surprised about that. Yeah, you're right, Matthew. I was surprised about that comment. That was a little strange.
I never like these like sources rankings because they're just trying to rile people up, and it's the summertime. You need more clicks on the internet, but yeah, I don't know. Put a name to it. That's what I say.
All right, let us get Vic, the producer, in here, and let us see how he has been. It's been a while since we've talked to him.
Yeah.
Vic, how are you doing?
Happy to be back here with you guys. I know we're missing Dan and Dago right now, but it's good.
By the way, I've seen a lot of shit movies lately.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how many movies you see over the break, Vic?
Yeah, I love hearing from Fernando about this.
I watched a lot of movies. 28 Years Later, ass.
I was surprised you said that. I like that movie.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was so good.
The dad just stays around the coffee table waiting for the son and the wife to. And
so
then,
you like the first 20 minutes where it's all about him, and then you hated it after.
Oh, I like him as an actor. I don't like his circumstances outside of it because I think he's ruined. But
there's a great theory about
the
him.
The dude comes up and gives him his mother's skull, place it somewhere. Are you shitting me? I look at that and be like, what the hell? No, there's good acting. There's some good scenes. But I was like, what the hell is this? So Angel's asking Vic if you already watched Superman.
Yes, I liked it. It's better than whatever the last DC people did.
I feel like all the Superman movies stink.
I haven't. No, what's his name was good. Oh well, Henry Cavill looks like a good Superman.
I never liked those. Yeah,
it was like emo Superman. But
this one or the last
James
one?
Gunn did a great job.
How do we go from Amy Adams as Lois Lane to this chick? Or sorry, this lady.
What was it? Oh yeah, Amy
Adams was a gorgeous.
Really? I thought this one looks really hot. What's her name?
Let's see. Oh, F1. I thought F1 was great.
Yeah. It's like the way I describe it to people is if you've seen Top Gun Maverick, just think of that in racing.
Yeah, pretty much I thought it was good.
Like the same premise.
Jurassic ass world ass.
It was fun, but I think a lot of people were expecting a lot more horror, right?
Well, Scarlett Johansson's in it.
Enough dinosaurs eating people.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon was all right. 20
like that
years
one.
later,
it was pretty much like a retelling from the animation to the live action.
Well, I went back to being an A-lister. I mean, there's just a bunch of movies that are going to come out. I might as well.
I know that's what I was telling them. Like we went to go. I went to go see 28 Years Later with Alonzo, and I told them about it. I was like, look, it's so worth it because
$27, dude. It's $19 to buy a ticket.
Yes, exactly. And then you get rewards.
Ballerina. Oh, the only thing I like about there is bring her back.
We remember what you said about that one.
Oh, okay. I did talk about Karate Kid Legends. I thought was great. I love that movie.
That sounds like your best movie of the summer.
You know what I liked about it, Fernando, is that it was fast paced. It was like a 1 hour and 30 minutes, and you were out of there. And then, like, I'll say this to people: is if you're going to the movies, like, make sure you give yourself 30 minutes now because they're going through trailers and commercials. So if your theater says it's gonna start at 7:30, then that means it's gonna start at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I caught that one movie that I saw. It felt like forever for the freaking movie to start, and me trying to get home early now because I have babysitters now. I'm like, can this movie freaking start now? Is that like a thing?
And
now?
then I heard you let the cats babysit. And then Daniel has a rule that he doesn't start eating his popcorn until like the movie starts. I like eating it before, so I have nothing to distract me from watching the movie. So he's like, "Can you stop crunching?" I'm like, "I'd rather crunch during this." Wow. Then because I've been going so consistently to the movies, I know every single preview. So I'm like, "Yeah, I get there late."
But we just get there now, like 5 minutes before.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like the actual movie starts, not during the trailers. And then they give away so much during the trailers. I've seen like, I think for the Fantastic Four, I think I've seen like 5 different trailers already. I'm like, are we gonna end up watching the whole movie before the movie actually comes out?
Yeah, no kidding. Thunder. Oh, I watched Thunderbolts. I thought that was weird. Yeah, but I mean, again, F1 has been the best movie I've seen. I think like it's really good. The only thing is, I wish I would have watched it in IMAX. Just because I feel like an IMAX would be badass. But that's another thing, Gilbert. With the pass, you can do IMAX, so that's pretty good.
That's how we went to go see Sinners in IMAX. When they put it back in IMAX, that it was really good.
I still have not seen that movie.
It's on HBO now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I watched it earlier.
Oh, look at you. All right, let's go with some storylines. Browns running back and one of Hilberto's good friends, Quinn Jenkins. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. He was he was arrested on Saturday for battery and domestic violence. I mean, this makes the second year in a row. The Browns in the second round have drafted an Ohio State guy that has been arrested in the offseason. Gilbert, thoughts on this?
Yeah,
it sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, on the football side, he was supposed to have a big role for the Browns. Being a running back drafted that high in the second round, I think he went ahead of his college teammate Henderson from Ohio State, who went to the Patriots. So he was we went. Who was it? Carson Schwarzenegger, maybe Jaden Higgins, and then him not too long after. So they had high hopes for him, and then just doing dumb stuff like that. We'll see what happens, but it's the Browns. They always have chaos. What is it? Shadur Sanders got stopped twice for speeding already. So it seems like they don't like to look into character backgrounds, and they're more like into analytics there in Cleveland, which doesn't even work for them either. So I feel bad for Stefanski, man. He can't catch a break. He's a good coach who made it work with Baker. He made it work with Joe Flacco, and the freaking Browns just can't get out of their own way. So at some point, just fire him, trade him, do something. Do that guy a favor because he's a good coach, but he has a crappy situation in Cleveland.
Is Moneyball still there running the team?
Yeah, it's Paul DePodesta. He's still part of their and then what else? Who else did they have? They have Condoleezza Rice at one point. I think she's now part owner of the Denver Broncos.
Everybody's a part owner now of the Denver Broncos. By the way, the F1 movie, you haven't seen it. I just love how it's produced by Lewis Hamilton. He is not mentioned at all in the movie. Then at the very end, he's the one leading the race. Get the hell out of here. When's the last time you've led a race, you jackass?
He produced it. He put his money into it.
Yeah, too. I know. So he produced it so that he can be in the front of the race. But my bad. Jumping back into this. I try to get that one in there. Any thoughts on this, Vic?
No, I mean, Gilbert is right. I mean, if you look at the interview that Gilbert did with him, he stood out in terms of, he was a well-spoken guy. And I remember there was a question there that Gilbert asked him about, I think it was about flag football. And he's like, I kind of would want to see more women involved. And then you look at what happened, and you're just kind of like scratching your head and you're wondering what happened there. But it sucks, man, because I know that, and when it comes to football around this time, a lot of people talk about fantasy football, and there was a lot of the reaction was from fantasy football people, and that's kind of sad because there is someone here that was involved, and you kind of want to wait and see what happens. Hopefully everything works out for him, and it's not a big thing, but you just got to let the things play out, and we'll see what happens.
By the way, I was asked to be on a fantasy football team, and I used Gilbert in a league, and I used Gilbert as a reference. I'm like, you don't want me in that league. Here you go. Here's my reference. And
you got kicked out for not playing your players.
Exactly. I was like the last week of the season or whatever. I was like, here you go. And then he's like, oh, really? I was like, oh, dude. I was like, I'm really good at it up until November. Then I'm busy doing other shit, and I completely forget. So. But I used you as a reference, Gilbert. I gave your email and phone number, so I'm like, here, check with him.
Oh yeah, if they call, I will put in a good word for you. Yeah, don't hire this.
Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, don't bring this motherfucker in here. Ndamukong Suh announces his retirement. Just real quick, what's one memory you'll remember Ndamukong Suh for?
Didn't he retire 5 years ago? He just barely put in the paper.
Wasn't he on the Raiders a year ago or 2 years ago?
I have no idea. I feel like he was
or he had worked out for the Raiders. He worked out for the Raiders.
But
I remember he was supposed to be the big free agency signing of Tom Telesco, and he ends up turning around and signing with the Dolphins in that free agency. When he was with Detroit, he was Tom Telesco was really we need Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong was about to sign with them, turns around and signs with the Miami Dolphins.
Didn't he step on somebody? Is that what I'm?
That's what that was my memory when Aaron Rodgers, and he's like, it was cold outside. What do you want from me?
Yeah, good player, kind of dirty, didn't really live up to his potential, but he has some very good.
He was
very
good key factor with the Patriots or the Bucs winning that Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I mean, when he was supposed to be the guy, like Aaron Donald type, he didn't really get there. He was close with the Lions, but then you're right, he became a very good rotational piece for the championship team.
That's
Vic,
what happens.
any
That's
memories?
what happens with a lot of these guys that get drafted high. I mean, it's hard to live up to that when you're drafted as a defensive tackle in the top 5. He was a number 1 pick, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think
and
number 2.
number 2, yeah. I think he came out of Nebraska.
Who was 1 that year?
Yeah, and I mean,
Which year was it? 2000. I think it was Matthew Stafford.
You might be right. No, because they were both Lions.
No, because he went to the
Oh,
Lions.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Hold on, I'll check it out. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, because I thought they went
2010.
2010. Yeah, I mean, he had a really good career.
Sam Bradford. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. The last quarterback to get paid before the rookie scale. That's
Sam
the one
Bradford, then Gerald McCoy after him, friend of the show. We had him on during the Super Bowl. Trent Williams, who's still playing. Eric Berry. Russell Okung, Jaden, Joe Hayden, Rolando McClain, CJ Spiller, and Tyson Alu were your top 10 picks. Wow. That was a Ryan Matthews draft also.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, no, for me, I think he kind of resurrected his career with the Bucks. I thought winning that Super Bowl. And one of the things that I've come to learn about him is he's a big finance guy. He's, I think, running. He's teaching people how to, with their money, how to work their money. So good on him. I hope.
It's a podcast, right?
Yeah, I hope we continue to see him. I know I saw him doing TikToks with his wife as well. So you kind of started seeing the other side of him, that he's like, that's the thing. We get like a first impression of someone and we're like, oh, he's just a dick. Like he's always going to be that just because that's what you're supposed to be on the football field. But as we've seen, he's actually a really good, cool guy.
Now it makes sense. Like he has a podcast to promote. So like, you know what? Let me get more news out there. I'm retiring, even though you already did it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Darren Waller comes out of retirement and is traded to the Dolphins.
What year is
it? Do it.
Don't ask for that guy's autograph like Kelsey Plum.
She's fire. What did I mean, to me, like, if you're Miami, is this what you want to bring into the organization? Like, no offense. I mean, I don't know how Darren Waller is in the locker room, but like, you're just adding more fuel to the fire from stuff that you heard from the Giants and the Raiders and stuff. Some shoving, pushing, and shoving.
They have Frank Smith, the OC with the Dolphins. He's the one that.
No, and I get that, but I mean, those guys are in hot water right now. Like the Dolphins are teetering on Greer getting fired and McDaniel possibly getting fired, and I just don't know if I'd want to bring this kind of element to their team. By the way, Dolphins fans were pissed at us, Gilbert. Remember when we talked about their defense being bad? They were like, our defense is going to be so good this year, this, that. And I'm like, it was, your rankings. When you had their defense, like their 3 top players ranked like.
Oh, because it got Fitzpatrick after the trade or what?
Yeah. Like you had them ranked very low, and they're like, our defense.
We can play edge rusher for that team. They're all hurt. Come on.
Does anybody get excited about this move?
Well, I'll say this. I thought the reason this is kind of interesting is, and I found out, I didn't even know this, was the 2 things actually. My first takeaway, I think I texted you guys that for a guy who's no longer, trying to stay away from smoking weed and all that, he's gone to the 3 worst places: Vegas, New York, and Miami. The other thing was with him was he didn't want to block. Like when they asked him to block, he wasn't interested in it. So I guess they convinced him because he even said, I think he was on with John Gruden's podcast, where the only people he would come back and play for was for Gruden or Frank Smith. So I guess they're gonna put him more. They're gonna put him out wide. They're not gonna make him block. So I guess it fits.
They need more blockers
right?
in Miami, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, he's here. Here he is.
Alberto, I'm here. How's everybody doing?
Nice shirt.
Good.
Thank you. I blame him all the time.
That's a good shirt. That was my 31st, 32nd birthday. I forget.
Oh, really? It's one of my favorite photos I've ever seen of you, dude. I thought it was hilarious. I was like,
thank you.
This is like the biggest douche photo I've ever seen in my life. It was just
favorite
glorious.
photo. You're like a douche.
Just glorious. No, but it's a compliment. It's like really good. Like it's hilarious. It kills me.
Dan, have you missed Alberto?
Yeah, of course. But the real question is, how much has he missed me? And he's missed me plenty, because you could tell right in that virtual background, brother. Hit me with some.
Yeah, I'm just too lazy to. Okay, there you
got the glasses over there too. Wow, he's a big Dan and Dago fan.
Yeah, big fan. Yeah, no, you're a fan of me. Get it right.
No.
I like your hat, by the way. You got your.
It is nice, dude. I got this on sale at the what's it called? They were like getting rid of no. It was at the training camp at the Bolt. They were getting rid of, like, they did like a whole clearance sale, and I got it. I snagged it. It was beautiful. That's the only plus of being plus size. I could find stuff very late in the sale. That was all for me. So that was glorious.
I got some I got some text back yesterday. Eric Williams said you're officially being hired as his hype man.
I am. I should be. I should be.
Chris Rim said, I love that effing guy. He's like, that's my guy.
My guy
killed it on Monday, Dan. He wants to go out on Monday.
Monday? What time? I got youth camp. So,
well, no, after. Yeah. Because he's driving down here from he's driving down here.
After 4, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So obviously, this next individual, Asante Samuel Jr. is a free agent right now. And his father, he's met with the Dolphins. He's met with the Cardinals, I think. And
is it his agent? Is it like
no. But this is what his father went on. And Vic, can you take this off?
They don't talk.
This is what
who's he talking to?
What he said on his podcast about the Dolphins organization.
Which one is senior to the left? Okay.
Yeah.
Other than they're sensitive. There's no leadership in the Dolphins organization. Mike McDaniel is a pushover. Chris Greer, the general manager, he has no backbone. These guys over at the Miami Dolphins, they are running this team like a little league team. No one can stand up to the players. They're terrified of their own players, and they have no control over their players. Dolphins had no.
That's interesting to hear, because he was from like the opposite. And maybe that's why he got traded or cut. I forgot what it was, because he was with the opposite, because Billy Boy didn't let him do shit. But, I'll just be quick. The only thing I want to say about that, we've been talking about that for a while, I think, since probably McDaniel's first season after he kind of caught fire. And I think really with the Tua contract, you could tell there's really, I think it more than anything, what Asante Sr. does is confirm things. Because, like, in my opinion, again, like, call me a hater or whatever you want, I don't think Tua is worth any of that money. I thought that was a bad contract, and I think they're going to pay for it in the long run. So,
Gilbert?
Yeah, I'm guessing that Junior didn't get a contract with the Dolphins, so that's why the dad's speaking out on it, or maybe he's a little mad about it. But it's also tough for Asante Samuel Jr. He's coming from a serious injury. He hasn't played it in a year. Like, these jobs don't just open up for anybody in the NFL. So maybe it's a little bit of sour grapes, but also he's probably telling somewhat of the truth there with, I don't know about Mike McDaniel being a pushover or Chris Greer not having a backbone, but they're not really doing anything right in Miami. They're, Mike McDaniel's a good X and O's coach, but is he a good, leader, or what do you say, leader of men in the locker room? We don't know. But it might be a nice, not nice, but a pivotal make or break year for both those guys.
It has to be. I think there's no other way to do it. Like, he's already been there 4 seasons now.
Mike McDaniel's going into number 4. Greer has been there for a long time.
Oh, yeah. That's even worse. That's why I think he's going to be the first one off the board, personally.
Go ahead, Vic.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know what Greer's done to deserve continuing to get to be the GM there. We know what to expect from this team. They part of the problem with them is that they're not tough, and especially when it comes down to going on the road in a cold environment, or if they get out physical, it's over for them. And so it's not something that we're not surprised by this, but at the same time, as like Gilbert said, like it sounds like sour grapes coming from Asante Samuel Sr. I mean, and sometimes it's when it's the dad, it's kind of hard, like to be biased or unbiased here, and I understand where he's coming from though.
But the biggest problem too, I think, moving forward, he's going to cost his son opportunities. Like, if your dad, because everybody remembers the Ball family and who else? Like, when you have family members who are making headlines over you, like, that's a problem. That's a big time problem.
Hey, can I take this off?
Yes.
That's a big time problem.
Yeah, Dan making
headlines. No. I welcome that one though. I welcome Rikishi going off.
You said the Ball brothers?
Soldiers. Shout out to my father.
Oh, yeah, you just set him up for that?
Yeah, no one knows. No, I didn't set him up. You think I want to see this shit? I don't even know what this is. Is LeVar still
Wait,
playing?
they're performing at the ESPYs?
Yeah.
That's why all these award shows are a joke. I mean, I don't want to say what I do want to say because it's grotesque.
Hold on, Vic.
We're up like 3 months ago. What the hell are we doing?
Who's
here,
that
Steve?
guy? Who was the middle one? Lagello or something like that?
Oh, he's the one that's rapping now.
Yeah.
Dan, did you hear what Shane Gillis? Well, you probably didn't. This is what Shane Gillis had to say as his first joke.
When Caitlin
Saying
Clark
the same joke.
the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most: fist fighting black women.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Why is Drewski there? And I hate that I know who he is. Why is he there?
Who is that, Dad?
He's some idiot
Where's the
comedian
Boom
who does
family?
videos.
He said, hold on. He said something about CJ or Shane CGA. Shane, what's his name?
Shane
Gillis
Gillis.
Alexander.
Yes.
He
Shane.
said everybody around him is already in foul trouble, and they pan the camera to him, and him and his whole team were not happy that he said
Who
Really?
cares? It's basketball. It's
I would have
basketball.
laughed.
Shane Gillis is hilarious, dude. You should look up his George Washington jokes. Those are pretty good.
Any thoughts quickly on Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson and Trey Smith getting big time contracts? They got paid. Sauce, I know, is catching a lot of flack because he only had one pick last year, but I thought when he was in Salah's defense, he was great.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what that just means you're more locked down. No, I don't think Revis had a lot of picks because he wouldn't get targets.
You know what's funny? Maybe a couple of years ago, if you were doing cornerback rankings, you would take Sauce #1. Now I'd rather have PS2 and Derek Stingley Jr. over him, but he deserved the money though.
Yeah. I mean, either way, really, it's the Jets. What can you expect out of them? I'm not.
Yeah. Somewhere Joe Douglas is like, hey, I drafted these two guys and I'm at home. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Could you imagine? They're who knows what they're going to do? It's going to be, they got the best running back in the league, though. One of them. They're going to be good to go. Just option football.
Brees Hall? Oh, Justin Fields.
Come on, guy. You were slow on that one.
I'm
curious to see what Aaron Glenn's going to do out there. I hope he does well, but I mean, I've always hated jerseys. Their newer jerseys, I don't think have been very good, even though they try and do the Gotham stuff. But whatever. I don't want to spend time talking about jerseys. I did too much of that yesterday.
I was gonna say
too much.
So anybody else have any thoughts on that?
Nah, let's get to who's in and who's out.
Oh,
all right.
Oh,
what?
No. I'm excited for the who's in, who's out. My goodness.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stop trying to pull up videos.
I have some good ones.
Let's go.
All right. Sorry. Let's go for who's in, who's out. Obviously, you guys know we're at the time now where players are showing up and they're not showing up if they have a contract dispute. According to GM Joe Ortiz, Rashawn Slater has shown up to the Chargers facility. He will be there practicing. We'll see tomorrow when Eric Williams and I are there. But according to him, he thinks that he will practice. There are some other players that have obviously come out and they're sharing their frustration with the organizations and everything. One of those guys being Terry McLaurin, who was on he did a bunch of interviews with.
No, he spoke to the media.
Yeah, he spoke to, but like at a car sale place, right? Like
he was on for a long time. I think he gave them like half an hour to an hour.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So, Vic, can you take this off real quick? This is what McLaurin said when he was asked about everything going on. I'm not going to show the whole video, obviously, but this is a little part of it.
This looks really weird.
They've taken whatever tack they've taken, and have you now opened your mind up to being somewhere else?
I haven't got to that part yet. It has been disappointing. Going into this offseason, I thought it was going to be one of the more
Tell him to shut up.
I know those discussions were there at the beginning, and kind of since OTAs and minicamp, we haven't had any discussions. We haven't talked at all, and that's tough. Obviously with camp coming around the corner, and so I haven't thought that far yet to really, see what's next in the standpoint of leaving or not. Because I want to be here. I want to make that abundantly clear. Like I really appreciate this fan base.
We get it.
He said he was done. Enough from him. That's what he said.
So obviously there's several players that we can talk about. So let's get into it. Who's in, who's out? Who do you guys think will come in? And will they get a contract or will they be traded is the other one. So let's start off with a guy that obviously everybody's questioning whether he's going to be there now. By the way, I give Terry McLaurin a lot of credit for taking an interview and doing that, getting ahead of the story, doing it right before camp, just getting it out of the way. I think more guys should do that, but to each their own. TJ Watt of the Pittsburgh Steelers, there's been talks from, what's the name from the Pat McAfee show? He's like the correspondent. No. The writer.
Kaboli.
Yeah, Kaboli. Kaboli said that supposedly.
Fuck me. It's all good.
Kaboli has Mark Kaboli's come out and said that the Steelers have been talking to other teams and asking them, just feeling around to see what the price would be.
Really?
A lot of Raider fans think that they're the ones that are going to make the trade for him, but I'm like, I don't see.
So they could have another pass rusher on the sideline, or.
So all right, let's go with TJ Watt. Dan, in or out?
Out. I think personally, I mean, everybody take it easy with what I'm about to say. Just follow me here. Controversial opinion. They should have done this years ago, in my opinion. They should have traded him at his peak to get something back. I don't think you're going to get anything back right now because if I'm not mistaken, you have to pay him, correct?
Yeah. Yes. Well, no, they don't have to pay him.
But either way, you're not going to get much on your return for this because he's an aging player.
Yeah.
He's good when available, but the when available is a son of a bitch.
He played last year the whole season, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah, don't forget.
Exciting. But that's what I'm saying. Like he's in and out, and it's like you can't pay like your highest salaried players on your payroll or whatever, in my opinion, should miss 0 games. Because that's what you're paying them to do, to be available at all times. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody has freak accidents, but I mean, I don't have it in front of me. Obviously, I'm not prepared with it. I'm sure I could count on multiple hands. I could probably count on a single hand how many times he's finished the whole season. And I think that's a problem. So they should have traded him years ago, but I think he's going to be out. I don't think they'll pay him or he'll hold out. So,
Dan, what if you're available?
What do you throw 7 games?
7 games what?
You're ruining my joke. What if you're available, but in the playoffs you throw 4 interceptions and you're no good to anybody? No?
Why are you talking about my quarterback again? Like, see, but this is the problem because now you started it and now you did it. Like.
Fernando was going to cut me off.
It's stupid to me when people say that. Like, again, who do they compare him to? Who do they compare him to, Alberto? No, you've done it. Who do they compare him to?
Alberto said he would take Jalen Hurts over Justin.
Yeah, because he's a loser. He doesn't know football. He wants running backs out there. What do you want me to say?
We were like progressing.
Hey, Gilbert, this was your fault, by the way.
Again, don't pull that Super Bowl horse shit on me. Look at the roster. Compare the rosters. In the year that they won 11 games, which is the most they've probably done in a few years, it was probably the worst roster in a decade. What are we even talking about?
Gilbert, who would you rather have this year, Bo Nix or Michael Penix Jr.?
That's tough. Michael Penix.
Ooh. All right. I will go. I truly feel like the Steelers are just going to end up paying him. I think he won't show up to camp, but I think the Steelers will end up paying him. Why? Because they're on the clock. They feel like they're in a win now mentality. They have to win now. They're going to win if they have the edge rusher of TJ Watt. With Aaron Rodgers aging, they have Jalen Ramsey now. They have Darius Slay. The clock is ticking on them. They have 1 year with this roster, maybe 2 if they make the playoffs and get bounced in like the divisional. Then they're going to be like, oh, you know what? Let's run it back 1 more year. But I definitely think that TJ Watt won't show up to camp. ultimately they'll give him the money because that's what the Steelers do. They're the anti-Patriots. They keep a player too long. They end up breaking down. The Patriots will get rid of a player a year early to kind of get going on to the next thing. So that's me. Vic?
I'll say I'm with you. I think he comes in, but I think we're going to have the same thing that happened with Chris Jones and the Chiefs, where he's going to miss that first game. He's going to be on national TV. They're going to keep showing him up in the press box, and then they're going to lose to the Jets, and then they're going to freak out, kind of like what we've seen with
you
Jerry
think it's going to happen until then? Until you think it's going to go all the way to week one?
I think so. But they'll sign him, and they'll re-sign him for like a 1 or 2 year deal, like give him some guaranteed money. But I think that's what's going to happen.
Gilbert?
They'll figure it out because they have to. You sign Aaron Rodgers, you traded and signed DK Metcalf. This might be Mike Tomlin's final year. Like, you're all in. You cannot have an all-in year without TJ Watt, so they'll figure it out.
All right, let's go to Scary Terry McLaurin. I will say Terry McLaurin will not show up to camp, and I'll say that they won't budge. The Washington Commanders will not budge. They won't pay him top dollar, and I think he might be on the chopping block and could possibly be trading. I don't think it'd be a smart deal, but I think if they really cared about keeping him, they would have already have negotiated something and done something for him, especially with him being their young quarterback's number one weapon. But I think if you haven't done it if they don't do it by the start of camp, he won't show up, and then he'll request a trade 2 or 3 weeks in. That's what I see happening. Gilbert?
Yeah, you got to get it done. I think they will. There's no excuses. Your quarterback's on a rookie deal. You have no star edge rushers on your team. Like, you're not really paying anybody. What the hell is a holdup here? Just pay the guy. He's your best player outside of Jaden Daniels. Get it done.
Vic?
Yeah, I'm with you guys here. Well, you have a young guy in Jaden Daniels. Like even Terry McLaurin said, like, we've had a really good camp, and then now you're not. It's been a month since you had any communication. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is part of the reason why a lot of people are kind of down on the Commanders when you start doing stuff like this. Like, you're more worried about other stuff, like bringing back the old name instead of taking care of your own player. Like, I don't understand what the heck. Oh,
the old jerseys back.
Yeah,
bring both of them.
The name's not coming back.
Oh, I wish. I'll buy a hoodie. I'll tell you that. I'll buy a hoodie and a hat. 100%.
So, yeah, just take care of what's going on the field instead of outside of the field.
Dan?
I was gonna say, unless Uncle Chat is lying to me, TJ Watt's has only completed 4 out of 8 NFL seasons. That's 50%. Not very good. Could you imagine, Alberto? You complete 50% of your writing tasks every week.
I thought he does.
Well, that's true, because he wakes up before brunch, has a liquid lunch, maybe. Liquid lunch at breakfast. Lunch
I just
dinner.
stumbled into this career that I have.
I could tell. By accident.
There's no hard work at all.
You said, fuck it, I'll do it.
Hard work
Whatever.
has been done, and I could just wake up whenever and scratch my balls and just call it a day.
I don't know. I've seen some of your colleagues over there at Fox who've kind of risen in different avenues. So maybe your friend and colleagues. I don't know.
I stay away from that, that pool there.
Did I tell you we had randomly Eric on that week when all that popped off, and I said, here we go, our Fox Sports insider. Let's ask Eric.
There you go. Those are colleagues. Those are colleagues.
Oh, it was hilarious, dude. I couldn't stop laughing.
Poor
Scary
Eric.
Terry. I mean, Berto stole my talking points because he looks at my note cards all the time. But
Gilbert's not a big Scary Terry guy. He took away an interception from Nazir Adderley. A couple years back.
He was not happy.
I can't believe you remember that, but yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget that. That was such a great.
That was a good catch, but
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm with Alberto. He's on a rookie deal. You might as well load up and go. Like, the thing that worries me seriously is that these guys probably think, oh, we traded for Debo, we don't need Terry, and I'm like, buddy, I don't know about that. I've seen Scary Terry more than I have.
You've seen Debo at the Super Bowl. Or you remember you saw him at the Super Bowl?
No, I didn't see him. I didn't see him anywhere. I don't know what happened. I didn't see him.
No.
I didn't see the officials.
We saw Debo at this Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah. I forgot who made fun of him that he was looking pudgy or something like that. He just started shitting on him.
That pass against the Rams, man. He's been depressed.
Well, dude, my whole thing, who was the one who tweeted out about Oh no, that was CD Lamb or who was? Oh no, that was the genius who just got traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers, George Pickens.
Oh,
about giving him the rock and drops like 8 passes.
Let's go to James Cook, running back, Buffalo Bills. I say he is out, and he will sit out until he gets his new contract. I think he's going to pull Melvin Gordon and not even show up or any of that because he thinks he deserves that McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley money when it's like,
Man,
dude,
McCaffrey
really?
and Saquon.
Yeah, exactly.
About?
No, I'm saying that's the kind of money that he wants.
No, I know. I'm not.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
Don't be so.
Well, Dan, you're talking
Gordon delusional level.
Defensive today. What are we doing?
Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah.
I'll just be quick. I think he's out, and I'll just say this because offensively, when you look at what they like to do, they incorporate Josh Allen as the running back. So, and I'm not even making a joke. Like he runs the football, he has his own run game, and like the way the NFL is, they see and view running backs still as replaceable. What's it called? Not very important still. I mean, unless you have generational guys like Saquon and like Derrick Henry, those types. I don't think James Cook is at that level personally, so I think he's out. 'Cause, I mean, again, you can supplement whoever in there as long as they're, not complete. Hold on. Let me rephrase. You could put anyone in there who has 2 fucking eyes, who doesn't go out there and start playing with fireworks, and they should be good to go in that offense.
Nice.
They should be good to go because you got big ass Josh Allen who also runs the football, and that takes pressure off running backs. So you got 2 eyes, you should be good to go. That would be the only thing.
Vic, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if I'm James Cook, I better be in because you look at the roster with those running backs. If he doesn't come in, you're pretty much gonna sit out the whole year. They're not they're not gonna sign you. I mean, just take whatever they give you at this point because, as Dan just made the point, like they have valuable running backs right behind you. It's not like you are the main guy there, and you took advantage of the situation that you were in last season, but there's other guys behind him that are really good. One of them, I think, is something. I forget his name.
Ray Davis.
Ray Davis, yeah.
Don't worry, I got Uncle Chad here for us. Don't think it's just off the top and I got all this.
I was about to say, how the hell did
I was like, where did you pull that name from?
Don't you know the undrafted free agent that just signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No, I'm not one of those guys. Don't worry. I don't give a shit. Let's just
so if I'm him, I better be in.
Gilbert?
Yeah, I'm with Vic. He has no leverage. He has to be in. And then I feel like the Bills might shop him around and realize, well, you're gonna get like a 5th round pick for the guy. Might as well keep him. Why not? So he'll be in.
Last one, Micah Parsons. Gilbert.
He's in for sure, but I say he doesn't get his contract. Jerry Jones has this weird thing where he likes to make them wait. Like, he's thinking in the shower. It's like, nah, Micah, not yet. 1 more year. And then the bill goes up and he says, F it, now it's the time. So he's in, but won't get the contract this year.
I 1000% agree with you. I think that's what's going to happen. And Micah's going to say, I love Jerry. Jerry's going to say, I love Micah. Don't know who his agent's name is. Don't know his agent's name, but I do I do love him. So it'll be interesting when we go out to to Oxnard to see what the Cowboys are cooking up. But Vic,
I'm with you guys. I mean, at this point, I think he's going to go above the Myles Garrett contract. And I mean, and the Cowboys are going to pay it just like they paid Dak. What was it? He became the first $16 million quarterback. It's
what a joke.
Yep.
I will go the opposite just for funsies. I think the other owners are going to give what's it called? Give Grandpa Jar some sleeping pills and tell him to go to sleep and quit fucking the rest of the league with these contracts. I think really personally, this is the time you shop him or you trade him, at his peak value and everything else, because I don't know how they're going to pay all these people because they're already paying,
CD,
Dak, CD to like a king's ransom. So to add on a third person,
and George Pickens is up after this year.
And if I'm Brian Schottenheimer, I'm trying to think about this. Like, okay, what's the most not cost effective because I'm not trying to seem cheap, but like what can I get the most for my value? Especially personally, I wouldn't be a fan of a player having a podcast and stuff like that. And you've seen some clips that you're just like, really, is that a good idea? So, who knows? Just to not be boring, I'll say maybe they try and trade him this year. That's what I would do. Maybe Jared's like, I need to break tradition, and instead of waiting too long to sign people, maybe I just get rid of them instead. So I'll take the opposite.
All right, that was a good who's in, who's out. Let us go now to the draft that we'll be doing. We're doing a 5-round snake draft of the teams we think will have the most wins this season. The goal is to end the season with your team having the most wins. The winner will not pay for their meal at the annual dinner the Sunday before Radio Row. So, yeah, let's get it. Do we know who goes number 1?
Just did the poll. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going number 1.
You are?
Oh. Yeah. No
Look,
collusion.
I have a thing here.
You're good. I trust you.
At random. I'm just kidding.
I am doing it random.
If it's Gilbert, then
number 2, I'll go quick, I promise. Number 2 is Dan.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
We already know who he's choosing.
You're gonna go with the Chargers for this bet.
And then remember, this is a snake draft. Number 3 is Fernando. If I can pull this. Number 3 is Fernando, and of course number 4 is Gilbert. So it's a snake draft, guys.
Speed it up.
All right.
Nick, are you gonna break these down?
This guy trying to hurry me up.
Yes.
You can't rush perfection, big dog.
All right.
We're gonna pick the Chargers.
All right, here we go.
Nobody wants them.
You're
wow.
idiot.
All right. I'll take the Buffalo Bills.
Wow. Okay, not bad. Safe.
Dan,
you hear this guy talking shit already? That's
Boys,
you're talking.
Play the Dolphins and the Patriots and the Jets.
You're talking shit about me because I'm a man of conviction. I already gambled and made a bet that they're gonna have over 10.5 wins.
He's safe.
Give
and
me
you're
the Los
delusional.
Angeles Chargers. We're not.
Go ahead.
You want to make a bet?
No,
Is it me?
just go.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, give me the Los Angeles Chargers. Jimbo's going to be singing He's a Jolly Good Fellow. And I'm going to laugh at this expert's face. I'm going to laugh in his face when he pays for my meal.
I will go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Damn.
Oh, you want to talk about safe? Really?
All right, Gilbert.
They win regular season games.
Hey,
yeah.
This team fell on my lap. The dynasty that is the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me that team.
You get 2 picks.
Like
so
many
people
things.
Are scared of this team because they lost a lot of coaches, but I'm not afraid. Detroit Lions. There you go.
Oh fuck! Their season just got screwed.
Give me the Philadelphia Eagles.
Has the city of Detroit not suffered enough, sir?
Yeah,
Dan, go. You're next.
Okay, let's see.
You should go with the Packers.
That's what I was thinking, but
Just to screw them.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll do that for Mr. The cheese eating bastard. I will take Matt LaFleur's pickled or whatever threaded eyebrows, and I'll take the Packers because they also like to win regular season games and then just don't finish in the playoffs. I like that. That's too close to his tanning booth time. That's why.
All right, I get 2 picks here.
I'm already lost track of which teams are gone.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to back here. I just had it. I'm gonna go Rams and Texans. All right, Dan, back to you.
He's upset with all your picks, Vic. All right, I will go with let's see. You know what? I will take Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I'll take the Bengals.
Oh.
I'll be brave.
Fernando?
You know what? You're going to do that, Dan? I'll go even braver. The team with the easiest schedule this season is the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah. Give me the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. All right, Gilbert, you have 2 here.
Pick your Raiders.
I've been bragging. No, I've been bragging about this team.
So Cowboys. All right, next.
Give me the Cowboys. It's my pick. Okay. Now I got to think about one.
How many teams are we picking?
Got Buffalo.
We're gonna do 5.
Baltimore.
I got one more. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Just to piss off Dan, give me the Denver Broncos.
Why is that going to piss me off? That makes me happy. Don't you see the shirt? They're going to lose now.
Okay.
I've ridden this team for 2 seasons. I know they won't let me down.
Yeah.
Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
They
All
don't
right,
let
Dan.
me down.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Yep.
I am going to go with, because I am brave and I'm not a coward like the person above me. I will go with, give me Forged in Foxborough, Mike Vrabel, and the Patriots.
Wow.
That's a good one.
I'm going to go Bears for a second, but okay.
Dude, come on. Oh, well, I was going to use a different word. I'm not going to
All right,
describe what they are over there.
I have 2.
2?
Yeah, this is the last round.
Yeah, it's the last round.
How'd you get 2?
Yeah, going back to back.
I thought we already selected 5.
I have no. This is 4. You guys have selected 4. I only have 3.
Oh, you're first. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, breaking
Also have
news.
another one? Shit.
Yeah.
The 49ers second-round pick, Alfred Collins, the 43rd overall pick, has reached an agreement tonight on a 4-year, $10.3 million deal. It includes $9 million guaranteed.
Second-round pick.
Yeah. So there you go.
I think it's crazy the way they're just giving up control to these people. Like,
so maybe Tre Harris by tomorrow morning might be signed.
All right, let's speed it up.
Sorry.
Whoa. You're starting
All
to
right, last
like
two. I'm gonna go
over there.
I'm gonna go Falcons, and then I'll be a homer here. I'll take the Raiders.
All right, you're out of this pool.
All right. Yep. All right. Up next is Fernando. Your last pick.
I thought it was Dan.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it is Dan. Sorry.
Yeah, Dan
Sorry,
second.
Dan.
Let's see. I will take.
I forgot the teams already.
You know
I
what?
put them on our rundown.
You know what? I've been shitting on them, but let's keep his record alive. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
Okay, Fernando, last pick.
You guys are going to be very surprised by this.
Don't do it.
Chicago Bears.
Oh no.
Okay,
That
Gilbert.
My Commanders again. They're not taking, right?
No.
I forgot about them.
There you go.
I forgot about them.
I thought you were gonna go with them. I got scared for a
He
second.
cursed all those teams. No, because I don't play it safe, unlike some.
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't want to play it safe with that one. So
All right, let me
Cowboys and
give you guys
Broncos.
who do you guys want me to start with, and I'll give you your team.
Gilbert.
All right, Gilbert, you
Start with
have
the ass first.
the Chiefs, the Lions, the Cowboys, the Broncos, and the Commanders.
This guy went as safe as he could, really. Like if we think about it.
No, the Broncos pick was pretty out there.
One of 4 out of 5 are safe.
Okay,
Wow.
what about
What
me?
an event!
It's
What a
safe. Come
thrill
on.
seeker!
It's the Cowboys.
I'll
There's
go
a
All right,
next pick.
all right, Fernando, you have the Ravens, the Eagles, the 49ers, the
Safe.
Bucks, and the Bears.
No, the 49ers and the Bears
No,
are
no,
pretty
yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah. No, you have 3 or 4 that are good. Yeah.
And Dan went with the
Dog.
Chargers, the Packers, the Bengals, the Patriots, and the Steelers.
All
Dude, that
winners.
If you win, I'll be shocked. That's not a good list.
Dude. If I win, you guys are not going to hear the end of it. I'll tell you
If
that.
I win, I'm quitting my job. Okay, you win.
I picked
Oh, did you hear that?
real teams. Oh, that's all right because I know who you can recommend up there.
Yeah, Fox has openings. Come on.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
that is
Barstool
true.
got to take those
You're
jobs.
cleaning house. Come on.
All right.
Barstool's
And
about
before
to
we
go
go,
into there.
mine is Bills, Rams, Texans, Falcons, and Raiders.
I
The
still like
only
mine.
only
Wait,
one
say
I
yours again? Bills.
Bills, Rams, Texans, Falcons, and Raiders. I took one long
Texans
shot
and-
there.
I was
Texans and
close to
Raiders could
going with the
destroy you.
Vikings, but then I'm like, you know what? They probably are going to have a tougher schedule because they were second place last year.
Well,
the only
they play
thing I
you.
can think of is that I think
quarterback?
Carroll has never won less than 7 games in his career.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, even if he gives you 7 to 8, that's still solid.
Same
so.
with the Steelers. I mean, I'm going to be good. The Bengals will win 7.
Kyle
at least.
Shanahan better not screw. Kyle Shanahan could make or break it for me. Essentially.
Don't screw
Yeah.
me, Cowboys.
Alberto, they're all
I'll
safe,
make
so.
a post out of this, and then we'll put it up on Twitter. See who
There you go.
Yeah.
see
Good
see what
segment.
people think.
Awesome. Does anybody have anything for Una Mas or anything that they want?
I have something. Just
ahead.
let me give a quick rant here, and it has to do with the Emmys.
Emmys or ESPYs?
The Emmys. I was gonna talk about ESPN and the shit show that was the home run contest, but no one cares about baseball. But
I like by the way, I like the extra innings at the All-Star game.
Yes.
That was so. Dan, if you're tied going into extra innings because your guy Roberto Suarez gave up the game, you do a home run derby, Dan, to for the.
I actually like that.
What?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I like that.
Okay, it was tied
TV when I heard that.
6-6, and going into the 10th inning, and instead of having extra innings, they decided to go with a home run derby. So each team chose 3 batters, and they had like a home run derby to decide the winner. It was actually pretty.
And
cool.
it was only 3 swings each.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oh wow, that's kind of interesting.
It was.
Well, hold
really
on. Actually, I take that back. No, don't even say that's cool, Frau, because I said the penalty shootout for overtime in football, and you hated it. This is the same thing.
You would
there's no
kicker?
difference. It makes it interesting. That makes overtime interesting. Yeah, I agree, but it makes it thrilling.
Decided by kickers. That was the worst thing ever done.
It makes it thrilling.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dan saying he would let the kicker. I would rather put them at the 20 and give them one shot into the end zone.
No, I like college football more overtime.
Okay, then college football would be, but in the NFL, that's why it's the NFL. You have to make the
bullshit because they do the stupid a field goal. You still get a chance.
All right, let's get Barrio and let's get out of here.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, I'll just say this about the Emmys, like the fact that you have a show like Andor, who everybody said it's one of the best shows on TV if you watch the latest season, and then you see something like White Lotus, which is in this 4th season, and even White Lotus fans, people who love this stuff, say that it's the worst season so far, and yet they get all these nominations for their actors. You have Diego Luna who gets snubbed. You had I love Pedro Pascal, and he should not have been nominated for Last of Us. He was only in there for half the season.
I heard it was a shit show.
And then like the women in Andor were great, I guess. And then it's become like so non-political now because of the whole Trump stuff that people are afraid to talk about shows that are political. Like if a show is really good, let it be nominated. Instead, we get this garbage with all these nominations from White Lotus because you're trying to play it safe, because you're trying not to rock the boat. So to me, that's my burial. It's the Emmys for, chickening out and not putting guys like Diego Luna, who deserves it. He was great. So that's my burial.
I haven't watched either show.
I didn't know Andor was.
By the way, I just want to throw real quick a little bit of respect towards Teddy Bridgewater.
Yes.
I think him getting suspended is terrible when he's not even an employee of the school.
He's a volunteer.
He basically what he did is he paid out of his pocket for a training camp $14,000, pride sets $9,500, pregame meals $2,200 a week, recovery $1,300 a week, Uber $700 a week, field paint $300 a week. So he did that all as a volunteer, helping these kids get home, helping these kids try and be
like a donor
the most that they can, huh?
Yeah, it's just
like
tough, dude. It's just tough because you're the head coach yourself. No, it's just tough. Like, it's one thing for people to raise that money and you allocate funds. It's another for the head coach directly to be paying.
No, he's not the head coach.
Oh, I thought he was the head coach.
No, he's a volunteer.
He's not getting paid.
He unretired and came back to the NFL.
Yeah, I remember that, but I thought he was
go back and take the job.
Yeah, he was technically a volunteer. He was not taking a penny.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I mean, there was a similar situation here that did not end well. So it really just depends. Like, I don't know about all that stuff because look, I know Hilberto's like this, but I'm not an NIL guy. So
wow, breaking news: 8-time Pro Bowler Von Miller is signing with the Commanders.
Oh, yeah, my team just got better.
Money.
I don't know about that.
They have money for Von Miller and not for McLaurin.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I can tell you why White Lotus was nominated one so much. You got Alexandra Daddario in there. What are we talking about?
Oh no, that was like
She's
2
fired.
seasons ago. She wasn't in this season.
Okay, who cares then? I don't know. She's in it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, she
all right.
you're right.
All right. And thank you so much to everybody for checking out another episode of the Four Compas. We will be back next week. Charger fans, tomorrow we will be jumping on to discuss what we saw from day one of training camp. So I can't ask this guy to jump on with us. So no, I'm just kidding. Eric Williams, well, I haven't asked him yet, but Eric should be jumping on with us tomorrow. We'll talk about all that stuff. I know some Charger fans are not happy with Kyle Van Noy. Eric will set the record straight with Kyle Van Noy. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow after day one of training camp. Obviously, Chargers are starting off training camp before anybody else because they have the Hall of Fame game, which Pat McAfee will be at. So Dan's disappointed we're not going to that. So, but definitely make sure you guys tune in. We will come out pretty soon and let you guys know what our schedule will be during the whole season. We'll let you guys know how that is, but there are no more breaks for us. We are back ready to go until February. So make sure you guys are tuned in. Make sure you guys let other people know where where they can find us. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. We're excited about being back. And now it's all about football, and let's get it going. So for Dan, for Vic, for myself, thank you guys so much. The reason why I didn't add Gilbert is because I'm going to tell him, Gilbert, sabes que vámonos.
Yeah, football is back. Don't be the douche that says football is all the way back or 20 days to kick off. Shut the hell up. Just let us enjoy the ride and keep it moving. But yeah, football is back. The Compas are back. Let's get out of here. Y nos vamos, pues.